Alright, so this is the Naturehike Cloud 3. It's labeled as a 3 to 4 person tent. It weighs about 6 pounds. That's as much as my other tent that I showed you. Except for this one, the other tent's a 2 person and this is, like I said, a 3 to 4 person tent. When I got it, it didn't have this footprint inside the actual bag, but it was separate from it. But I'm very happy that it actually came with a footprint, because a lot of tents do not, and that's, to me, a pretty big deal. If you want to use the tent without the inner, the netting, the inner shell part, you need the footprint. So we're going to go ahead and set it up here and do a rain test and check it out, just see how it does. I wanted to set it up when it was actually raining, but we're going to have to do some artificial rain for now. So the tent, I think they have this in 2 different colors. One is a real bright orange, and then this color green here. Originally in the picture I thought it was going to be a much more intrusive green. It's not a blending camouflage green, but it's actually not too bad. Not as bad as I thought it was going to be. Has some nice reflectors around it for tie-outs if you need to be. This little rain flag going around the edge with some Velcro to help hold it down. That's pretty nice. The zippers have these to kind of cut down on weight. They just have a piece of fabric on it. This is for backpacking, or designed for it. And the tent's fairly rigid. I mean, it's pulled fairly tight. But let's finish taking a look around the outside, and then we'll take a look on the inside here. Here's a look from the back side. We've got the stake out here. That pulls the back out real nice. The sides, you can kind of see how it pulls it out fairly good. I'm going to go ahead and take a look under here so I can show you something that I really love about this part of it. So it has a nice tensioner right here. So you can let the tension off, or you can put it on as tight as you want and it instantly locks on you. That's a pretty nice feature in my books. Helps you adjust it and tighten the tent up. So it was fairly rigid, like I said earlier. Let's take a look under here and I'll show you the other part that I really love about this portion of the tent that I've seen on other more expensive tents that do not have it. But it actually has this tag line that attaches to the inner tent here to help pull it out at the same exact time. So it keeps that nice even space between here to keep the rain fly off of the tent and actually pulling the tent out at the same time. Alright, so here is the base where the rain fly connects into the actual tent body, and with this it had a footprint with it. So what I did is you just punch it through the holes, and I went ahead and connected the actual buckle from the footprint to the tent. And of course every one of these have the nice reflectix on it to help you see it. But this just unbuckles real nicely, and you can see and then you can loosen this back up to make it easier for you to tighten it up or buckle it up, buckle it, and just pull it tight. So we're going to take a look inside the tent body. It's a nice mesh door. This has a lot of mesh in it. This would be a great tent for more of a summer atmosphere, more than likely. You can see it has a upper pocket here, and then you go down the side, there's another pocket. There's also one exactly on the same other side. The back down there is all mesh. The only thing that's not mesh is this panel from here down on the side and on the exact same side, other side, opposite of that. In the top, we've got the cross pole that helps spread it, the spreader bar. And in the rain fly, you can see that it has a reinforcement in the rain fly there and on the other side. The corners where it's staked out are reinforced. Do have the toggle loop to hold the door back on the outside door and the inside door. In the front here, it also has a hook. I suspect maybe you want to hook your light to it or something of the sorts. The floor material looks to be of a ripstop nylon. You can kind of see the shininess to it, almost like it's definitely got a coating of silicone. The other side's duller. Same thing with the footprint. It's got a shiny side and then a duller side. The side walls come up as a bathtub configuration all the way around. The tent's also designed to be used with just the footprint and the rainfly, so you can take the tent body out of it, and it's going to be decent bug weather for, say. You can just lay out here on the footprint itself. The footprint's the same size as the tent, so you can kind of get an idea of how much room you have. It's about arm span for me and the whole length of my body. So if you like to cuddle up, it could maybe hold 3 people. The tent actually does come with plenty of stakes. They're fairly nice. They're lightweight aluminum and have the hook into it. So this one here is hooked in. You just unhook it, and it's very secure onto the stake. One thing I noticed is these stakes have this hook onto it. If you've already got one stake out to help pull out another, you can just hook it into the other hook to help pull it out. Here's a quick look at the aluminum frame. The front half of it's all in the coppery color, and then the back half, so you know where the back is in the gray to black color. I didn't really look at the instructions too good when I originally put this up, but you can easily tell which is the front or the back versus, because of the length of the actual poles. These are shorter than the front, and then it has the helicopter spinny thing in the middle for the spreader bar. Alright, so we have it set up here. We don't have the bug netting or the inner put into it. It's just the footprint and the shell. We're going to do a rain test. Here we go. I think we're all set up. This inside here will hold 3 people in my opinion, and generously 2 people for sure. There's plenty of room for 3 people to fit, but if you want plenty of wiggle room, maybe to put your packs down the center of it or such, or on the sides, that'd be a 2-person. Alright, so the vestibule has plenty of room up here to also put your packs if you'd like. The footprint doesn't go up in the vestibule area, which is fine or great. Artificial rain, commence! Well, there comes the rain. Hold on just a sec, I'll show you. Well, we've been running it for a while now, and so far, no leaks. It's actually doing very well at beating the water off. I'm actually quite surprised. Alright, so I haven't seen any leaks. I've been checking the footprint. Nothing here is leaking onto the footprint. Sleeping bag and mat are staying dry. The water's just running right off. Alright, so there is one thing I noticed about this tent, and I almost forgot to mention it because to me it wasn't that big of a deal yet. But the zipper, when you get up to about right in here, it kind of wants to catch. It's not bad. Like right there, see, it just kind of slipped out of my hands. Right there, it wants to catch. So we're going to go ahead and see if we can remedy that real fast. That's much better already. Chapstick. This is actually my favorite kind. Burt's Bees. I just go with the regular peppermint. So what are my thoughts so far? Well, I don't actually have a long track record of using this tent. Only time will tell in that. But as far as water repellency, it's doing great. It's actually doing better than some of my other Seal Night tarps that I have. While they don't leak, this one here sure heck doesn't leak. Beads off the water great. Setup is fairly easy. You can definitely do it by yourself. The instructions are, you know, you don't really need them, to be honest with you. It's kind of self-explanatory as far as that's concerned. I kind of like, actually, the idea of not having to use the bug net when it's not needed, as far as, you know, right now. Obviously, you wouldn't need it. It opens it up a little bit more. Not that there's not a decent amount of room in there. I love the pockets that it has in the side. It has a little clip in the top if you want to clip like a little lantern or something like that. I was able to fit all my family in there, 4 of us, the 2 children and me and my wife. And while it was definitely cozy, it worked great. So, well, that's the end of this review. I'll see if I can't put another one out on it after I've used it for a while. But you guys take care. I'll see what else I can put out. Oh, I almost forgot. The best part about this is you can get it for $59.02. Right now, it's on sale. $59.02 on GearBest.com. Check it out.